Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning back in to the Rad Movement on YouTube. And today, we're going to talk about how to be a parent. Good one, huh? Yeah, so, as I have been on this journey of new parenthood in my 40s, I looked for some content, trying to find some books and things like that about how to be a parent. And I really couldn't find any that hit me in the good ways. So I decided, hey, check this out. I'm 41. I have a 5-month-old baby, and I will talk to y'all about how to do this, right? Because the thing is, when you are a parent, nothing can prepare you for it. You get tons and tons and tons of unsolicited advice. And so here I am to give you unsolicited advice that you came searching for. Yes. I don't believe I have all the answers. I don't believe I know everything. A lot of the time I don't feel like I fucking know anything at all. But the act of imperfect action and, putting one foot in front of the other and taking the steps to become the person that you would want as a parent, that's what I've been doing. So, one of the things Donna and I have done a lot is talked about the hard stuff and the scary stuff. There was one point in time where we were like, shit, we don't have him named. We keep running into these problems. What do we do? Is he not supposed to be here? Fuck. And not what do we do? Should we, get rid of him? Because it had nothing to do with that. It was how do we do this? Do we prepare for a miscarriage? Do we prepare to make a child? What do we do? So we prepared for everything, right? We did the best we could with what we had, and we prepared as much as we could to be parents. I listened to What to Expect When You're Expecting. That was a great book, but it was nothing like real life. It was cute and fluffy, and it probably does have a lot of good information, which it does, but that didn't help me to where I thought. Just this is going to give you some insight, but it's not going to fucking give you all the insight. So take bits and pieces from the unsolicited advice, from the YouTube videos, from the books that you read or listen to. I have a 21-year-old son, and I thought, oh, cool, I'm going to be fine. I raised him, everything's perfect, and I know nothing about how to be a parent all over again. So come into it with an open mind. Come into it with the concept of, no, you're not going to have sleep sometimes, but you will again. Your sex life is going to get weird, but it gets normal. You find ways to come back to life. Donna said something to me the other day. She was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm learning how to do it as we go. Because a lot of the time, as new parents, we get hung up on how it's supposed to be. I get so mad at myself sometimes because I'm not perfect and I'm not a good enough dad or a good enough spouse or whatever I'm not good enough at in those moments. But the reality is nobody's good enough. There's no such thing as a 0-minute mile. You can't run a mile in no minutes at all. You have to have some sort of time on the clock to get to the end of the race. And that's okay, because what we're doing is the race. It's the thing. It's the whole fucking, the whole destination is the journey. There's times where I'll find myself wanting to kind of pawn him off on Donna or my son Jaden, who helps us watch the baby. And then sometimes I'm like, you know what? No, man, if 53-year-old me, if 75-year-old me was to think back on these moments and think, man, I had more opportunity to spend time with my child, but I didn't take it, I'd be really upset with myself at that age. So I remember I give him up when I can't anymore. When Donna took him from me today because he's screaming at me when I'm trying to go to the bathroom and I'm trying to keep him occupied, which usually I can do, and he wasn't having it. And finally I was like, fuck! And she comes in the room, she's like, you've had it, I'll take him. And I'm like, no. She's like, no, you've reached your limit, it's fine. So co-parenting with somebody that gets it is awesome. But having grace and compassion for yourself is the overall key. But in parenting, have grace and compassion for yourself. Have love for your child, because that's easy to fucking have, right? They're so fucking wonderful. But give yourself some room. Give yourself some space. Hold some space for yourself in the times where you just can't. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Go to the internet. Go to your friends. Go to your parents. Go to parents that you look up to and respect. There's always places where you can get what you're looking for. In the whole concept of I need help parenting. Like when I was at my lowest, I went to YouTube or the internet and I Googled how to be happy. And I learned how to be happy. So much learning that it brought me to creating my own platform to help educate others in the world. Because life is fucking weird. It's a tough ride. But if we use the resources we have and keep going, keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep taking imperfect action, keep having grace and compassion for yourself when you feel like you're not a good parent. Because one of the biggest things about parenting that everyone needs to know is the fact that you care enough to feel like you're not doing a good job means you're definitely going to do a good job. I'm going to say that again. The fact that you care enough as a parent to be the best parent you can be and think you're not good enough means you're definitely doing a good job, and you're definitely going to be good enough if you keep trying. So keep trying to be a great parent. That's it. Love that child. Support that child. Nurture that child. Make them feel whole and welcome and loved. And just be there for them. Give them what they need, which is love and support and a roof over their head and food and clean bellies and butts. Clean butts and full bellies. So, I wish it was deeper than that as far as like how to be a parent. But really, in a short fucking few minutes, that is how I choose to be a parent. That is how I am a good parent. That is how I've gotten good reports from teachers of Jaden and friends of mine and strangers that I made a good person. Because I helped nurture the human and I cared enough to hope I don't fuck up. And when you do fuck up, you just make good on it. I've noticed that if you apologize quicker, the sting of the negativity dies faster. So love your children. And when you make a mistake, don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry. Don't be afraid to table a discussion about how to handle that better. And when you want to shake your baby and throw it, don't. I have wanted to. And I'm not proud to say it, but it's true. It sucks. It's scary. It's hard. Babies are tough. Humans are tough. Raising humans is tough. But if you have the love for that human and you have that purpose, that why, the why is they've got to live this great life. So I've got to help them live this great life. So I've got to give them the best information I can. And I've got to give them the most love and nurturing that I can. So just love and nurture these little humans. And I promise everything will be okay. So yeah, thanks for that. Tune in for more things like such. Because I am learning how to be a parent all over again. And I am super excited to help y'all follow along, because that's what the Rad Movement's about. It's about all the journey. Everything I talk about is my journey. And I share my journey in hopes to help improve and embellish your journey. So thanks for watching. Leave comments below. Like, share, subscribe if you like the vibe. And tune in next week, because I do them every week. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I'm Rad, and so are you. Have a beautiful fucking day. And you are a great parent just because you care enough to feel like you're not a great parent.